Hey everybody, it's Kevin. What is today? The 5th. 5 days into April 2021. Thanks for joining me this morning. I think I might just have to move this whole YouTube thing, live thing, whatever, to 6 o'clock in the morning instead of the 5:30, because it seems since the clocks went forward, I've been here pondering, but not getting myself together until close to 6 o'clock. So I think I'm going to move it to 6:30 and get more organised. Feels about right. Going with the flow, which is what our message is about. I thought I would share this with you today, though. Let's see. Where is my? Oh, you like the new logo up here at the top right of your screen? No, the top left of your screen. I was playing about last week, getting creative, and this is sort of my take on the London Underground logo. And I thought, well, I'm going to pop my little rainbow logo icon in the middle and go with that. I like it. I think it's just bright and cheerful and makes a statement. All right, so what did I want to share with you today? I had a lovely little picture that I put up this morning. Where has it gone? Oh, not there now. And the one I was going to put up, which is sorry, I'm playing about with my screen. I've got this software called Ecamm, which allows me to put in pictures, videos, sound effects like here, whoosh. It's the little things that make me giggle. And when you load stuff in, I should probably load it into where I've got it all organized. And now I can't find the one that I was working with, which is today's message. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Well, I should not. Well, let's try this again then. Let's go to this desktop. This is what I wanted to share. There. Look at that. That's Ben in the background. Right in the front, there's these two little dogs right there and there. Two black ones, you can't really see them. Rocco and Sam. And then look, Missy is just ratchet. She's decided it's all about me right now, boys. I have got the stage. Bless her heart. I love her. Light of my life. And I don't know what she... Oh, here's the other one. I don't know. That's the one I want to talk to. I don't know what she's going to say if another one comes in, but who cares? She will get over it, or love it, or something. She'll find a place for it, as we all do. All right, so what's the message of today? Two cards. Mary Magdalene, who is really the twin flame of Jesus, the Master Jesus. Mary Magdalene is fearless. She represents the feminine side of everything that's of order, that's of power, and she tends to come forward when it's time to be heard. The message of Mary Magdalene is, listen, you've got something to say, you better say it, and say it now, and move forward. And having that energy of, it's a bit like the Mother Mary energy, that kind of energy, the spiritual energy of feminine. I equate it to iconic women in history. Modern day would be somebody like Queen Elizabeth II. Others like them. And then Kali Ma, oh gosh, That's from like the Hindi. These two cards together. Basically, look at the colors, a lot of red, and red is action, go, passion. But Kali Ma is basically facing your fear. And what the challenge is for all of us is that we often have something really prolific to share that we don't know where it comes from. We don't know where the information lands or how we got it. It just comes. Those incredible pieces of literature, those amazing poems, um, anything that you could say and do that is of significance for the world, for your friends, for the moment in time that you're sharing it. Then we have this human conditioning that is used to living in the presence of fear. I can't do that, can't say this, oh, that, perception of what people we care about will think. And lots of times, the perception is an assumption that is not based on any kind of fact. We'll make an assumption that if I wear that, I'm going to look stupid or silly. And that might have been our experience, right? We may have gone to a party, or we might have shown up and we may have put on what we consider to be our best outfit. It might be an outfit that was passed down. It might be an outfit that we feel particularly close to, or something makes us feel good when we wear it. And yet we get somewhere and someone ridicules us, laughs at us, or points at us, or worse still, I mean, there are mean people out there that make unkind, cruel statements about other people. So that creates a fear. Let's not do that because we might draw attention. And there's some folks that are bent on drawing attention to themselves, and other folks who they should draw attention to themselves and they don't. So these two cards together, basically saying, especially Mary Magdalene, you've got within you a built-in teacher that has something profound to say. And Kali Ma comes along and says, pick up yourself, stand up, as Brene Brown talks about it, get vulnerable, get clear, and speak your truth. I was having a lovely conversation with a good friend and metaphysical student, I could say, although we're all teachers and students simultaneously, yesterday, and the conversation popped up about where does information come from. We were talking about artificial intelligence as opposed to higher intelligence, and as a culture we are being conditioned, oddly enough, to follow all of this technology. Satellites are popping off everywhere. We're being spied on 24/7. Credit cards are being tracked. Cell phones are being tracked. It all comes with this trackable, locational, deviceable thing, right? They know where you are, and what you're going on. In a separate conversation with another good friend, my thought was, there are folks who don't like that, right? Yet we are curious humans. We want to track other people, but we might not want to be tracked ourselves. And here's why. If you don't have anything to hide, if you don't have anything that you could be in trouble for, or raked over the coals for, ridiculed for, whatever that is, if you don't have anything, you are wide open, come on, then there's nothing really to fear. I joke, there's this somewhat thought that, these cameras have ways of getting into your house or being able to see, and trust me, I was thankfully raised before the Googler or the Alexa or the Siri people showed up and were telling me how things work, turning on lights. Really, I can walk across the room and switch a light on. I don't really get that. And this concept that artificial intelligence is more intelligent than me and that it's going to start running the world and we're all going to become slaves to machines, I've got one thing to say to that: poppycock. Load of rubbish. Stop it. That's just a silly way of thinking. Because higher intelligence, which was the point, the higher intelligence, that intelligence that works with intuition, no machine can go do that. None. All machines have to be programmed at some point. They have a source called a satellite, called a power source, mechanical source, solar source. There has to be a physical source of which this intelligent thing can operate. Higher intelligence is the source. Doesn't rely on an outside source. Doesn't rely on a satellite, electricity, a battery, solar. Doesn't rely on anything else because it is part of the source. Not source like ketchup, but source like source energy. That's some of my... Anyway, these two, Kali Ma and Mary Magdalene, pop in to say, drop whatever fear you believe is present. Speak your truth. Stand up and teach. You've got something to say, come out and say it. And with all that, simply, if there's a book within you, write it. If there is a song to sing within you, sing it. There's an awful lot out there that we're always required to do something bigger. Think the biggest thing you can possibly think. Because another part of human conditioning is limitations. Marianne Williamson talked about how the one thing we're fearful of is how great we really truly are. We are really fearful of it. I think it's why many of us, myself included, are mesmerized by celebrity. Somehow we think that this person or that person who have risen up to public notoriety, popularity, they're the number one, they're the greatest this, they're the greatest that. Somehow being close to them, feeling close to them, touching them, having them on our friend list, getting an email from them, getting any kind of connection from them is, in a way, validating our own importance. That somehow this person who wrote a letter, wrote a note, sent whatever they did, meant that they saw us, that they got us, that they somehow recognize us for being who we are. That's the challenge, is that we should be recognizing that in ourselves all the time and then encouraging other people to do the same thing. That's what we're here to do. To lighten up is to lift up from where you stand. To put other people in alignment with what they should be lined up to and helping them pursue that goal, encouraging them. We all fall down. Mary Pickford said that Mary Pickford is a silent screen actress, way back, said, failure is not getting back up. That is her definition of failure. To stay down when you're kicked down. To lie down when you're fallen. No, get back up. The act of lying down, of staying down, of being down, that act gives you the courage to stand back up. I have often thought, when I was being bullied, 12, 13, 14, fearful of these young teenagers, my age, slightly older, that were picking on me for being different. I was fearful. I think I equate it to, could have done some brilliant things academically, but had the social stigma of not being accepted by all kinds of people that were around me and not really knowing why. there was this conditional kind of acceptance going on. That followed me for decades. Now that I have the courage to face them and be okay with it, what would have happened had I had that courage long, long years ago? Had I just said, well, to hell with it, I'm going to go do it anyway. Most of the time I did. Most of the time I did stand up and say, let's go, let's do it. But a lot of the time I did not. Um, Anyway, let's read our weekly thing. I'll wrap that quickly up saying, don't be fearful, don't live in your limitations, and seek a higher intelligence, not an artificial one. Done. Okay, so today's message, develop a sense of the sacred. This is what Melody Beatty wrote in the 90s, 1 year of sabbatical, and she journaled every day, and it became this book. During my stay in New Mexico, I found myself repeatedly, almost magnetically, drawn to the Ojo Caliente hot springs. The grounds weren't fancy, soaking cost only $8, but I felt safe, healed, spiritually connected when I was there. At times, I felt almost electric energy coursing through my body when I roamed the grounds. On my third visit, I noticed a small hidden marker on the side of the parking lot, and I began to understand my feelings. The ancient spring was actually a Native American sacred site. The energy I felt was real. I was standing on holy ground. Develop a sense of the sacred. Develop a sense of what is sacred to you. Allow yourself to see and feel the holy grounds in your life as you go through your days and years. Many times we're going through what we're seeing is sacred, but our minds diminish that idea. So much in life is holy, but often we don't make the connection. Listen to your soul as you experience life. Let yourself connect with what is holy and sacred to you. Stop chattering for a moment. Be still. Experience. Ask your soul to show you what's holy. The electric energy will rise through you. Your soul will come to attention. Learn to feel, see, and know the beauty of the journey you're on. Develop a sense of the sacred. Where you're standing is holy ground. You know, there's a t-shirt I got a long time ago at a personal growth boot camp. Your path is where your feet are. I think I said a long time ago, my website that's still being developed, the Soul Path Connection, was something I came up with back in the early 90s. I wrote all kinds of things, had them printed. Never really knew why. It just flowed. And now I do. It's quite often things that pop onto our timeline, that come in our life. We don't make sense of them at the time. Like odd, different, but yet there is this sacred piece that gets buried, or a seed that gets planted. And when the time's right, germinates. When it germinates, the roots go down and start putting feelers out, and it grows. The human experience is to sabotage anything that we don't instantly think is working. Keep it going. Let the roots drive deep into the earth. Let the feelers spread out. And eventually the shoots, the little pieces of growth, will begin to permeate and begin to bubble and grow. Just because something isn't instantly successful or instantly amazing or instantly gratifying, it doesn't mean it's not supposed to be there. You know, I always feel like when things are instantly amazing, wonderful, great, fantastic, quickly like that, just as quickly, poof, they're gone. So we've got to start to put the roots down, let the fears diminish, replace the fear with love, with understanding, with higher intelligence, let the joy in. Because, once we face fear, they're not fearful anymore. We've overcome them. But that's not the time to replace it with more fear. That's the time to replace it with love, understanding, and know that you're always protected. All right, time to do our meditation. So sit with your feet flat on the floor. And today, I don't know about you, my skin is dry and itchy. I've slathered myself in oil, but it seems to be all over my black desktop pad. Take a stance where your spine is nice and tall. Maybe I have to move this over just a little bit towards the window there. That's it better. Close your eyes and drop in. Take a big breath in. Let all that air go into your spine. Release it out. With your mind focused on the soles of your feet touching the earth, grounding you into the crystalline layers of the earth. Bring your attention to your spine. Allow your spine to become magnetically energized, as if it were an LED light, a laser. See it as being a fluid. Allow that line of energy to rise up through the crown of your head, up into the highest point that you can perceive is possible. Let that feeling of being plugged into source energy enliven you, brighten you up, and burn off fear, burn off the boundaries of limitations, burn off the ideas that don't serve you, and let the light get brighter. Every fear, feeling of anxiety, every piece of that, every article of that, every subject of that, let it burn off. And as it burns off, see the light within you, your eternal flame that's at the very heart of your being. See it brighten. Everything that gets burned off leaves light. Continue your breath. Move and stretch any part of your body that is stiff, holding energy, stuck energy, and you can begin with your hips, your knees, your ankles, shoulders, neck. And I'll begin with a prayer of protection. Thank you, Archangel Michael and Ascended Masters, for cutting the binds that tie me to people and places, situations, stories, unwanted drama, and unnecessary energy that no longer serves my purpose. And thank you for cutting those ties right now. I declare that I am safe, I am free. So it is, and so shall it be. Bring your hands to your heart, one hand to your belly, and we'll do a declaration to ourselves. I am the keeper of my mind and my body, wherever love flows. Fear is a stranger and love is here. I am love. I am joy. I am light. Find that blissful smile on your face and bring your thoughts to a place of gratitude. Open the vortex to blessings. Being grateful opens up more blessings. Know, feel, and believe that the blessings you are receiving are endless. They always have been and they always will be. Now we invite our angels to come and join us in meditation. Thank you, angels, ascended masters, white light energy, loving energy. Thank you for reminding us that you're here and for revealing what we need to know. Thank you for opening me up to this work. I am willing to listen, to receive, and to share and to hear. So it is, and so shall it be. Just continue your breath going in and out and open up your whole body. Some might see the silver cord or the white light coming through them as being just as small as the spinal fluid, but you can see it as great as you want to be. Allow the feeling of this white energy, this white light that's inside of you always, to extend past the surface of your skin, outward in every direction. Hello, everybody. It's good to be here. It's good to see you. I'm part of the Miriam energy. So I may call myself Mother Miriam. Just the Miriams, the angels, the higher ones. But I came to give you a message while you meditate. Source. We talk about the source energy. The place where it all comes from. Well, it's all part of every part of us. You are the source. You come from the source. You join with the source. And when everything lines up together in bigness, in brightness, without limitations, without fear, when it's all lined up lovely like that, everybody benefits. This is how it works. As you see yourself lighter and brighter, bigger, stronger, more connected, as you begin to feel and see that energy expanding beyond your everything, big, 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 the more there is to come. The fear and the limitations are stopping all that energy working through you. The daily meditations, the lightness, the brightness, the fear, all being burned off, let go of. Every morning, create a ritual within you that you are part of the joy, you're part of the light, you're part of the love that is healing this planet and healing the cosmos. I want you all to know the only reason you fail, the only reason you succumb is through your limitation. Being part of the source, when you declare that you've had enough, you no longer want this, you're done with that, you're tired, you can't go on anymore, it's too much, I can't. You are forgetting that you're part of something humongous, huge. You can't possibly fail. There is no limit. It continues. Yes, there's a feeling of physical fatigue. Arms and legs get tired. Heart gets tired. Mind gets tired. Physical legs and body gets tired. They call that a time to rest. The lighter and the brighter, the bigger and the most expansive parts of your soul nature need to be seen, and it needs to shine. It's why you have come to be part of this existence. When somebody says, I don't like my job, I don't like this, it is like sitting in emotional quicksand. No one wants to be there. No one wants to stand in that muck. No one wants to be around the people. It's exhausting. They're exhausting. You want to be around that light, the light that is within you, the light that's part of Source, the light that lifts you up beyond. Be fearful not of it. Be limited not by it, but see it as this flow. The flow that is so huge that you cannot possibly fail. If you believe that there is a lack of money, there will be. If you believe you cannot pay your bills, you will not be able to. If you believe that every blessing you have gotten to this point has been for nothing, then source energy isn't being honored, and it isn't being respected, and it isn't being acknowledged. This is why we come with your feeling of joy and light, gratitude and love, for that angelic energy is that which we all align with. And the more you align with angelic energy, with love, truth, and integrity, the more there will be for you to dip into. The mark of greatness is not measured by how many dollars, pounds, yen, Deutschmarks, lira, and any other currency you have at your disposal. It isn't marked by that. It is the human experience that sees the lack, the masses who believe they are oppressed will continue to be oppressed. It is the human experience to feel and be subject to the oppression, the depression, the fear-mongering, the anger. It is also a human experience, though it be rare, to be of love, to be of light, to be of joy, to be of fun, to be of frivolity, to be of all those lovely things that we giggle and laugh about and see goodness in. And my friends and my loved ones and those I care about, all of you, we care about all of you. The source within you lightens the source within us. Thank you. Goodbye. As if you're seeing yourself standing underneath the brightest street light, lamp, spotlight that you can imagine. See yourself, your human self, standing underneath the glow of this massive light, not blinded by it, but energized by it. Allow the light to expand into your heart, down into your feet, into this light is the energy of love, is the energy of joy, and the energy of light, and the energy of happiness, the energy of abundance, the energy of increase. Bring your hands to heart center to honor yourself for doing this work and being with us this morning. Lift your thumb knuckles up to your third eye center, and together we bow and say Namaste. Wow. Thank you very much. Whoa. That felt good. I'm trying to think if there's anything I need to add to that. It's so odd that my own fear is, how in the world is this working? How do I open myself up to do this kind of channeling stuff and let myself go like that? And just be that. This is going out to everybody and anybody out there in the world. And for me, it feels part of me being that expressive, because it's working through what I'm doing. And then there's a piece of me that says, well, I don't know quite how that's going to get perceived. That's the fear, that's the limitation. What I got from listening to the Miriams was, we have to keep on being grateful for even the hot water, even the house that we found, even the money that comes to pay for the house that we have on a mortgage, or the car loan, or the ground, or the people that lay the asphalt, or all of those things. They are the blessings. They are the things that we just take for granted as humans. Done. All right, listen, have a great Monday. I love you. Thanks so much for listening. I'll be here tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock. Bye.